Man, what's going on, you wonderful, wonderful people? I'm Big Rob. This is Big Rob's house of entertainment. No Chinese food. So I thought I'd take a little pause on my perusal of the Canon filmography. I will definitely be getting back to it, but I just wanted to take a quick moment or two to kind of do a little bit of randomness, a little bit of catch up on some stuff that I've been watching and listening to and paying attention to, and I'll run my mouth a little bit about a previous job that I had. So if you're not into the nerdy stuff, skip ahead a couple minutes. I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that, and I'll get to the story time. But I was just a couple of things that I've been listening to, I've been taking in, you might find intriguing, interesting, or exciting, and you may not, but that's okay, because we all different. The first thing is that season 2 of Impact Winter has started. If you'll remember, Impact Winter was a post-apocalyptic vampire audio drama from Audible. If you have an Audible subscription, you can listen to it in Dolby Atmos, which is immersive sound, which is awesome if you have the equipment for it. If you're like me and you just got a pickup truck with some speakers, you can listen to it on Spotify in truck speaker atmosphere. I don't know. Anyway, it's on Spotify, probably anywhere you get your podcast from. You can probably reach it. The first 10 episodes are down because it started back in July. I kind of forgot about it, so I've been kind of catching up. But there's been 10 episodes dropped so far, so you can listen to it for a while. I don't know how many episodes there will be. I'm guessing like 12 or 15, something like that. But it's super interesting if you like, apocalyptic settings, if you like vampires, if you like English accents. It's got all that stuff. It's really good stuff. Man, I am red as all get out. It's hot out here, and I'm like burned up. I apologize. I just noticed that. Ignore this. I don't know what's wrong. I'm fine. I just been standing in the sun, I guess. The other thing, a couple other things. I just checked out a couple of movies in the last few weeks on Netflix. Jackie Chan, John Cena, Hidden Strike. It's an action movie. Jackie Chan plays like a special forces guy. John Cena plays John Cena. He's an ex-special forces guy. They are in the desert in the Middle East, and some bad guys are after some oil, and they have to team up. And it's the most John Cena and Jackie Chan movie you have. Like, if you just sit in your mind and you think about what would a John Cena, Jackie Chan movie would be, it's that times 3. I mean, it's like over the top, crazy. If you like Jackie Chan and John Cena's movies, you'll love this. The plot line is like this, the action is like this, the humor is like this. I liked it. It's on Netflix, if I didn't already say that. So if you have a Netflix subscription, or if you have your neighbor's Netflix subscription, you can watch it there for free at any time that you want to. I watched The Machine movie a while back. I actually seen that one a couple weeks ago, but I forgot to tell y'all. So The Machine, if you're not sure what I'm talking about because you've been living under a rock or something, stand-up comedian Bert Kreischer, who just kind of like blew up with this story. He tells a story about inadvertently joining the Russian mafia when he was in college. And it is a hilarious bit. It's on YouTube about 17,000 different times. Go pause this, go look for Bert Kreischer's The Machine. It's about 10 or 15 minutes long. Well worth listening to. Absolutely a hysterical piece. If I'm ever anywhere near that funny, I will never be that funny, but that's my goal, is to be that funny. But anyway, hilarious bit. So Bert Kreischer, he's got some stand-up specials on Netflix that are all really funny. He's picked up like a couple of different podcast type shows, but the movie The Machine is kind of like a Hollywood sequel to The Joke. Like it takes the premise that the machine happened in real life, which I guess it kind of did, but I don't know, and it continues the story, and it is super funny. Bert Kreischer plays himself as the adult. Jimmy Tato or something like that. He plays the younger version. He's pretty funny. Mark Hamill himself, Luke Skywalker, plays as Bert Kreischer's dad. And it's so funny. I laughed like the entire time. You can rent it on, Amazon, Google Play, Vudu, whatever you rent stuff on. But I think I also seen that it's supposed to be on Netflix later this month. So if you can wait a couple weeks, just watch it on your Netflix subscription or your neighbor's Netflix subscription. So either way, so that's good, right? Anyway, both pretty good movies. High on laughs. That's what I enjoy. The last thing I wanted to talk about, TV shows. A month or so ago, the Star Wars Ahsoka TV show started, and it's on Disney Plus. If because that's where all your Star Wars content is located nowadays, is Disney Plus. And this show has, to me, just been absolutely amazing. I loved Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love Mandalorian. I love Book of Boba Fett. I wasn't crazy about Andor. I'm glad it exists, right? Because somebody out there, a lot of people like it, but it wasn't my cup of tea. Let me tell you something. Ahsoka is absolutely awesome. Episode 5, which is what just dropped. I think I watched that episode like 5 times in the week that it's dropped, because it's just that there's that much going on. It's that nuanced. All the actors are so good. Ray Stevenson, rest in peace. He's delivering an amazing performance. There's only 3 episodes left, which I'm pretty bummed about, but I will be waiting anxiously for those 3 episodes. But again, that's the Ahsoka TV show. Wonderful show. I don't really have any other stuff that I've been watching or anything. I read a lot, but I don't. It's a bunch of Kindle Unlimited stuff. I'll tell you about it one day if you get interested in it. I'll give you some stuff to read. Anyway, so that's that. So I'm gonna tell you a story. Sort of. It didn't have really a punchline or anything. It just fun facts, I guess. So I've had a lot of jobs, right? I generally only stay at one job for 2, 3, 4 years because I get bored and I want to go do something else. ADD, whatever. I don't know. So, but a few years ago, I was the bubblegum man. I worked for a company called Sugarloaf, which if you have ever paid any attention or looked at the front of, it's a different company now, but in front of Walmart's, in front of grocery stores, in front of Shoney's don't, anyway. They used to have these claw machines that had stuffed animals in them, or claw machines with cheapo jewelry, that kind of crap in them. Bubble gum machines at the front of Family Dollar, at the front of Publix, kiddie rides at the front of Family Dollar, this kind of stuff. So I was the weird guy that took care of all that stuff in my area, right? I know Walmart, they got another contract that's not Sugarloaf anymore, and I really don't actually know where Sugarloaf has machines anymore because I haven't seen one in a while. So truck stops maybe still, I don't know. Anyway, but I did this job for a couple of years. Now I want you to think. Close your eyes, put your thinking cap on. You think about what I look like. I am 6 foot, maybe 6'1" when I don't slouch. Full facial hair. 500 plus pounds of goofy, crazy redneck, right? So then you take that and you pair that with a plain white nondescript panel van full of stuffed animals and candy and bubble gum. And if that is not the most disturbing picture ever, I don't know what is. My nickname during the time that I worked from, like, I have very good friends that I've been friends with most of my life. And the entire time I worked for this company, my nickname was Chester. I will let you figure out the rest of the nickname. Because I was a Dateline special waiting to happen. Thank God I didn't do anything, because that's disgusting and evil. But I'm just thankful that I didn't get caught up on something like that, because if somebody just seen me, so anyway, but I used to get up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and drive for an hour to these daggone truck stops and like I said, Walmarts, grocery stores, what have you, filling up these toy machines. So, and this white panel van, and you just look in the back and there's no seats, there's just bags of stuffed animals. And it got even worse because the fleet got upgraded and we all got new vans, and the new vans were plain white nondescript panel vans with a cage separating the driver's seat from the rest of the stuff. I guess it was a safety issue, but it looked really, really creepy. It was bad look. I'm not sad that I don't do that anymore. It was messed up. But the only job I've ever been laid off from, because I guess it's a little insider information, right? So Sugarloaf bought Coinstar, the coin counting machine. They wanted to be inside of Walmart, and Walmart didn't want them to, because Walmart, their space is at a premium. They didn't want to have this big green machine. But Sugarloaf was already in there with the cranes, right? So Coinstar bought Sugarloaf. And so they inherited the contract. So somehow, I don't know, corporate lawyer or whatever, they got their Coinstar machines inside of the front of Walmart. So that's why they're in there now, up near customer service most of the time. But then they let the contract on the cranes and the bubblegum machines expire. They didn't care. They also either bought or created Redbox and did the same thing for them. So that's actually all the same company. Not that you needed to know, but now you know. And so that's how Redbox is in the front of all your Walmarts now too. Same thing. And but anyway, so I'm working in the amusement side, and whenever Walmart let us in with the Coinstar machines and they let the amusement side go, suddenly my route goes from X amount to like a quarter of that. So I had several Walmarts in my area and they did pretty good business. And so I got very unceremoniously laid off. I got called in on my day off to go meet them at my storage locker. It wasn't bad enough having a white nondescript plain panel van. I also had a storage locker at my local storage unit place filled with more stuffed animals in boxes and bags. So anyway, I got a call to go there to turn in my receipts and turn in my money and stuff. And when I get there, and I just took my truck up there because, it's my day off. I don't want to get in the van, And when I get there, there was another merchant. It wasn't even my boss. Look, I worked for this company for a while. I don't think I ever met my boss but one time. And anyway, it was another one of the route guys met me there and gave me my walking papers, basically. He's like, yeah, so your route got too small. We're letting you go. All right, cool. That's cool. So he's like, where's the van? And I was like, the van's at the house, dude. So he followed me to the house, and I gave him the keys to the van because what do I care? And he took the van back up to the storage facility and parked it, and then got in his van and went home, I guess. Well, I guess maybe he didn't talk to the people at the storage facility, Because I got a phone call like a week and a half later, and they're like, "Excuse me, Mr. Big Rob, we noticed your van is parked out in our lot, and your rent doesn't cover leaving some vehicle there. That's not okay. You need to move it, or we're going to tow it." And I says, "Yeah, I don't work for them anymore. Tow it. That sounds like a great idea to me." And I hung up. I don't know if they towed it or not. I never did go back there and check, but what do I care? Anyway, so I had some pretty good times. I don't really have any great stories from that other than just the fact that it did happen. So that's my time as Chester. So anyway, so glad you guys hung out with me. Kind of a short show, only about 15-20 minutes tonight. I hope you found something interesting in some part of this show. If you did like the show, then please make sure you hit the like button. If you really like the show, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the little bell there so you know when I drop new episodes, which I try to drop an episode every week. Sometimes I drop some shorts a little bit more often. Speaking of shorts, I do have this channel as well as my TikTok channel, which is the same thing. It's at big_robs_house, Big Rob's House of Entertainment. No Chinese food over there as well. And that's all pretty much shorts, jokes and that kind of thing. I do drop there as often as I can think about it. As soon as I can come up with material, you know what I'm saying? I'm not as funny as I thought I was, but I'm trying to be. So, anyway, check that channel out too. While you're wandering around this wide world internet, World Wide Web such as it is, be sure to check out my buddies Hassel and Monster. They're over at the Nerdy Man Room Show and Hassel's Review. They are on the YouTube. They're on Fire TV and Roku TV under the Spotlight Media GA. I forgot the channel name. Spotlight Media GA channel on both platforms. So if you don't want to do it on YouTube, you can check them out on your Roku or your Fire TV. Spotlight Media GA. Spotlight Media GA, of course, is owned by the Clady clan from the Zone Collectables. Definitely give them some love. But definitely check out my buddies Hassel and Monster. They're all over the social media as well as their shows. Good guys, always talking about something great. They dropped a new show today that I can't wait to check out. I'm definitely gonna go check that out as soon as I get this thing uploaded. But I appreciate it. Y'all come back and see us again next time. And until then, may the force be with y'all.